Hello, boys and girls. Ms. Melanie here, ready to do a fun lesson with you. And our lesson today is a review on plants and a read aloud. So I'm going to ask you questions. I'm going to show you pictures, and I'm going to review with you what we've learned this week from myself, Ms. Melanie, from Ms. Lori, and from Ms. Alina. We'll begin with the first question that I gave to you on Monday at the beginning of this week. What is a plant? Do you remember? Well, I will remind you. A plant is a living thing. A plant needs light, which is the sunlight, and water, which is when you water, or the rain, to live. It also needs air, remember, just like seeds. Most plants have leaves, but some do not. No leaves on a cactus. Plants use light to make sugar, which gives them energy. Plants can get very big, like this, see, like a tree, and very small, like a little plant in a house. Animals eat them to get energy, and so do you eat plants. Another thing we learned was the parts of a plant. Do you remember? We have roots, a stem, a leaf, and a flower. That's the parts of a flower, which is a plant. We learned that too. We also learned the different types of plants. So we have trees, pine tree, maple tree, and oak tree. That they are plants. They're the biggest plants. Then you have the shrubs, which are a rose bush, banana shrub, and a high bush blueberry. Then we have herbs, parsley, lavender, and mint. And we have climbers, which was the grapevine, honeysuckle, and skyvine. And we have flowering plants, you see, which is sunflower, daisy, and tulip. And then we have flowers that become fruits. Do you remember that? We have a peach. A peach blossom becomes a peach on a tree. An apple blossom becomes an apple on a tree. And watermelon blossom becomes a watermelon on a vine. And vegetables we grow, which we have, are carrots, radish, and green beans. We learned that there are different types of plants. We also learned that we could use plants. We could use plants to eat, for clothing, for medicine, for homes, for breathing in fresh air. Do you remember that? You see, sunflowers can give us sunflower seeds to eat. Trees can give us homes. Cotton plant can give us clothes to wear. Ginger plants can be medicine. And then here are our plants. Plants give us clean air. We also learned about that. And we also learned that we eat different parts of plants. And I'm going to use my computer now, you see? And we'll go back to this in a moment. Parts of a plant we can eat. So we have our seeds. So we can eat peas and corn. Can you say peas? Good. Can you say corn? Good. So the peas and the corn, which part of the plant is it? Yes, seeds. Then we have carrots and radish. Can you say carrots? Good. Can you say radish? Good. Do you know what part of the plant the carrot and the radish are? Yes. Excellent. Roots. And then we have celery and sugarcane. Which part of the plant is celery and sugarcane? Good. They're the stems. And then we have lettuce and cabbage. Which part of the plant is the lettuce and cabbage? Can you say lettuce and cabbage? Good. Yes, they're the leaves. Then we have broccoli and cauliflower. Can you say broccoli? Good. Can you say cauliflower? Good. That's the flowers of a plant. And then we have apple, and peach. Can you say apple? Can you say peach? Good. And that is the fruits of a plant. So those are a few parts of the plants that we eat. And then we also spoke about a plant life cycle. Remember the book we made? Well, I first will show you this. See? First, you have to plant the seed, right? And then roots grow. And then a sprout grows. And then there's a seedling. And then there's a flower. And then there are sunflowers. That's another type of flower that can grow. See? Your flower, you can grow this flower, can grow from your seed. Or a sunflower can grow, right? Good. So there is so much more that we learned. And I want to show you, I hope you all made your plant life book. Remember? Plant life cycle book. Just like the pictures I showed you, right? We have the seed, and then we have the roots, and then we have our sprout, and then we have seedling, and then we have our flower. So we learned how to make our plant life cycle book. What are the plant life cycles? Now, before we begin our book, I need to go over our vocabulary words for that book. So the first vocabulary word is actually energy. This is plant energy. Remember, the plants take energy from the sun and the water, and then here's children energy. You get your energy from eating these vegetables. Energy is power that living things use to move or grow. So you use your energy eating your healthy food to grow big and strong and to move around. Flowers and plants use the sun's energy to give them energy to grow into bigger plants. Another word that we're going to learn is fertilizer. Fertilizer is chemicals that are added to soil to help plants grow. And sometimes the fertilizer is in the soil already. Some people use compost, old food and food scraps, and put them in a compost, and it becomes fertilizer as well. And that helps the plants to grow. And here's someone putting fertilizer in his soil for his plant. Nutrient. Now, we're going to go over these words one more time. I'm just telling you what they are. Nutrient. An essential food that plants or animals need to grow. So the person here is putting nutrients into the soil to help the plants grow. The next word is pollinate. Pollinate is to transfer pollen from one plant to another. This allows the second plant to produce more seeds. And you see the butterfly pollinates, bees pollinate. So that's how you get more flowers to grow in different places. And the last word is species. You see all these different types of plants? One of the groups that animals and plants are divided into. That's species. So let's go over the words again. Can you all say energy? Good. Can you all say fertilizer? Good. Can you all say nutrient? Good job. Can you say pollinate? Good. And can you say species? Good. So those are vocabulary words, new vocabulary words that you haven't heard before this week in our book that I'm going to read to you. So are you ready? Good. The book is called Plants. That's all. See? Plants. Science. Plants are living things. Scientists guess that there are 400,000 kinds of plants, but new species are still being found. That's a lot of types of plants, and there are more plants being found now. A plant makes its own food. It gets energy from sunlight. The energy combines with water and air to make food. See, the sunlight and the water helps the plant to make food. Technology. Plants grow in soil. Sometimes fertilizer is mixed into soil. Fertilizer can also be spread while watering. It gives plants more nutrients. The nutrients help plants grow. So the fertilizer has the nutrients to help the plants to grow. Engineering. Greenhouses help plants grow in harsh weather. They are covered with glass or plastic. So some people have greenhouses and they put their plants in the greenhouses, and it helps their plants to grow, especially if it's very cold outside. Light can pass through, so can heat. The greenhouse stays warm. Plants can grow inside. So greenhouse keeps it warm for the plants to grow. Art. Florists turn flowers into art. One company has a flower show. The flowers are shaped to look like things. They might look like a dress or an animal. See, some people use flowers to make art. Isn't it pretty? Math. Always cover your mouth like that when you have to cough. See, I went into my arm. Math. Bees pollinate plants. A bee can visit 5,000 flowers in a day. See, bees pollinate. Just like butterflies. One bee could visit 50,000 blueberry flowers in its life. Those plants would make more than 6,000 blueberries. Ooh, that's a lot of blueberries. Plants cannot get water through their leaves. They get water from their roots. It is important to water the ground where roots grow. So that's why you put the water in the soil. To know if a plant needs water, check the soil. If it forms into a bowl in your hand, do not add water. If the soil crumbles, it is time to water. That means it's dry, the soil. Plants grow at different rates. Some kinds of bamboo can grow almost 3 feet in a day. Here's a plant getting watered. So I hope you enjoyed this week of learning about plants and reviewing plants with Ms. Melanie today. I will see you soon. Bye.